What is going on, everybody? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Toned, and this is your weekly gear news update. It's Wednesday, so it is time to do it. Do me a favor before we get into the news and hit the subscribe button and the like button. That would really help out the channel. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into some news. We got some interesting things today. First off, let's talk about the Mogabi travel guitar. These things seem to be getting more popular. This one is like got a rosewood fretboard and a maple neck and seems legit in the middle, but looks kind of funny on the wings. Those wings are, rests are removable. It's also got a Bluetooth speaker. You can choose some options like peg head and if whether you want a nylon string or a steel string. They're on a Kickstarter right now, $599. Here's the thing. You might think this is a little odd, but it went past its goal to fund in one day, which means somebody out there really, really wants one of these, and a lot of people actually really want one of these. KMA MAchines from Germany has been on a kick. I feel like this is the third or fourth pedal we've had from them in a couple of months. This is called the QueeQueg 2. It's an update to their original QueeQueg. It is a sub-octave sort of thing. So there's just one big knob. You've got dry signal on one side. You turn it all the way over, and it gives you more and more octave sub-low. So think synthy, think bass kind of stuff. This pedal would be a sonic exploration sort of thing. I think bass players would really like it. Keyboard players probably too. But I think you could use it with guitar too. Anyway, there you go. The QueeQueg sub-octave. Mojo Hand Effects has just come out with, what is this thing called? The Swimteam. You look at it and you think, that looks familiar. That's because he's going after Kurt Cobain's flanger, chorusy kind of stuff that he used to use. There's a button on it where you can switch between chorus and flanger, and then you've got all your normal knobs for those types of pedals. But this is going to try to get you into the kind of the swimmy kind of effects that Kurt Cobain did. Obviously, you can tell that they kind of creatively used the Nevermind cover and font on the pedal, which is kind of interesting, so you know exactly what it's trying to do. Muramasa Audio has come out with this thing called Bassment. This is basically a interface plug-in, but it's for bass guitar, and it's supposedly the entire rig, so all of your effects, all of everything on one screen. That doesn't seem super like revolutionary, but what it sounds like they've done is taken a lot of time with the UI. So the user interface to this thing's a lot better than maybe some other ones. Makes everything a little bit more accessible, easier to use, and it's not expensive. It's only somewhere around $20 right now. So maybe this might be an entry level into some plug-in action for you bass players. So you might want to check it out, the Muramasa Audio Bassment. Another hot topic lately has been pedal-based amplifiers. We've seen some less expensive, maybe some entry-level kind of stuff coming into the fray lately, but Victory, who is a premium brand, they make some killer amplifiers, has just come out with 3 new ones, the Jack, the Copper, and the Sheriff pedal on your board versions of other amps that they make. I think the Kraken is already done and the Duchess has also been done too, but this kind of rounds out the collection. Basically, it is a tube preamp with a Class D power amp. I think they're like 180 watts Class D power, fits on your pedal board. It's got some amp controls on it. And then each of these 3, the Jack, the Copper, and the Sheriff, obviously are voiced a little bit differently depending on what kind of tones you like. And they're about $1,000. So this is a a premium product, but it does that thing that people are wanting to do lately, which is kind of work off of their pedal board with no amp. It's got, I think 2 Notes did the IR technology, the impulse response technology for this thing. So apparently it's pretty good. Ernie Ball Music Man has come out with 3 new kind of artist series models. They're kind of highly appointed versions of stuff they sort of already had. They're kind of reworks, but they're not sort of. One of them is the Albert Lee, so the 6-string, 2 humbuckers or 3 single coils, which is interesting. I think we've got DiMarzio humbuckers and we've got Seymour Duncan single coils, depending on which model you choose. Ebony fretboards, really, really nice appointed stuff. So as far as the Albert Lee side of it. And then on the other side, bass player for Dream Theater, one of my favorite bands of all time, John Myung, he has a 6-string signature bass. It's an 11-inch radius, 34-inch scale length, half moon inlays, cool fretboard, really neat stuff. All of these guitars, I believe, are priced at $29.99, which makes sense for the signature model kind of range for this stuff. So Albert Lee and John Myung, pretty cool. Elsewhere in signature guitar land, While She Sleeps guitar player Sean Long has joined forces with Charvel to come up with his kind of Pro Mod San Dimas model, which is basically black. It's got some EMG pickups in it. One of them is yellow. It's got the cool, we talked about the San Dimas with the graphite reinforced fret neck on it, so it's got that thing. This thing is really cool. It's only one volume knob. It's like super simple. It's a EMG 66 in the neck and a 57 in the bridge. Pretty bare bones kind of thing. Hardtail, just meant to shred, apparently. Fender's been stepping their toes into the effects game lately, obviously with that whole line of, what is it called? Hammer Time, Hammer Tone, Hammer Pants, whatever it's called. Anyway, that line of pedals. Now they've got a new pedal board out. This thing is cool. It's aluminum. It looks really cool. I think it comes in 18, 24, and 32-inch pedal board. If you can see in the picture right there, it's got a sweet hard case. Downside, the pedal board comes with a gig bag, and you can buy the case separate. I want to say the pedal boards are $169, $299, and $269. So for your 18, your 24, and your 32. And then you can get the big, sweet tweed looking case for $199, $249, and $299. So this might be a little spendy for the entire thing, but actually when it comes to, I don't know if you know this or not, but like boutique pedal boards are kind of expensive, so this sort of makes sense actually. With the case and the pedal board, super pretty. It looks fantastic. Would you buy it? I don't know. That's pretty cool. That's not the would you buy it question for the week though. That one's still coming. One of the biggest questions we get in a lot of our live streams, people ask it all the time, is why don't they put effects in guitars? Eric Johnson is working with Fender right now on a prototype. You can see a picture of it here. It's got 3 little sliders for the adjustments of an overdrive that are put into a Fender Stratocaster and activated with the S1 switch that Fender uses in a lot of other stuff. This is interesting. Would you buy it? Would it matter to you? Because if you don't like the overdrive that's in the guitar, I don't know. It's weird. Get in the comments and let me know, because this is a big question we get all the time. Why don't they do this? Well, why don't they? Would you buy it? Probably not. Get in the comments and let me know. I don't want to put ideas in your head. Just tell me what you think. Speaking of things that the world apparently needs, I never thought about it, but I guess they do. Another rendition of a tube screamer. Only this one's from Maxon. This is called the OD-9. We all know that Maxon makes, the 808, which is the killer version of a tube screamer. But here is the cream drive. It's white instead of green. And it's a little bit of a limited edition thing. The idea behind this one is just to give you a little bit more than a regular one. So a little more bite, a little more output, a little more drive than a regular Maxon 808. So here's another question. Would you buy one of these? I feel like there is a different flavor of tube screamer that comes out just about every month. Kind of interesting. The real question is about that overdrive and that Fender though. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, please do me a favor. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do me a favor and hit the like and the subscribe button. We will put links to as much of this stuff as we can find in the description below. If you use those links, it does help out the channel a little bit. I do appreciate it. Since we do not have sponsors very often, do me a favor and go to DylanTalksTone.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description and check out our pickups and all the stuff we do. I'm making P90s this morning. Anyway, do all of that. Click all the things. Do all the YouTube watchy kind of stuff. I appreciate y'all, and we will see you in the next video.